Hi, this is Jane with Scraptastic Yarns podcast. Today is May the 15th. I've lost track of time. What can I say? It's the 15th. It's election day in Pennsylvania. So if you live in Pennsylvania, go out and vote. It's the primary, but I know I hear a lot of people complain because they're like, well, nobody good's running. Well, go pick somebody in the primary. Then to make a decision. I mean, how hard can it be? It's your right to vote. Let's vote. Um, Today I'm a little pollen infused. Do apologize about that. Happens. Pollen is high. We're expecting thunderstorms this afternoon. If you hear noise in the background, I apologize for that. But I live in an area where there's student housing, the apartments around me, and students have moved out on either side of the units of us, and they're replacing carpet and doing repairs on cabinets and everything else, and it can get kind of noisy, so I apologize if you hear that in the background. There isn't a lot I can do about it. The guys that come and work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., so we're stuck dealing with it. Finished items. I have a few finished items. I got the cable blanket finished, and I'm only going to show you half of it. And then the second half down on the bottom is just a repeat. This basically is a light gray from Walmart's Mainstay. I think this is called Dusty Gray Red Heart. Mainstay's Navy. And then I broke this up because it was really hard to tell the difference in the color for me while I was crocheting. So I did a little more of that light gray, just, one repeat. And then this is done in the charcoal, and then Red Heart black. And then it repeats the same thing on the other side, only opposite, going back down to that light gray. Then I went around the border, did a ribbed border around this. This pattern is extremely easy. It's basically a 2-row repeat once you get the initial row done. You do this row and then the repeat is coming back this way. Very easy, simple. And that's one of the cables that I got finished. The other item, I only have 2 items this time, is the shawl that I was doing. And this is basically one of, I want to say tea time crochets tutorials for basic solid granny. She calls it solid granny, but it's not really a granny. It's just solid crochet. This is the light periwinkle, and then this is the ocean by Red Heart. Have a couple of items that are basically whips in progress. One of those is this shawl. This is going to be, we're going to my mother-in-law's in North Carolina this week, and this is in the Sweet Roll Cherry Swirl. I'd gotten 2 of those. Haven't seen that color in a long time. And that pattern is basically it's called the Foams and Wave Shawl. It's a free pattern. And it's basically just garter stitch all the way down till you get to the lace, which is an 18 stitch pattern. So I'm going to work on that in the car. The only other item that I have is a whip in progress. I apologize for the lighting, but that's because I'm moving back and forth. Is a Tunisian 10 stitch blanket. I'm just using scraps. I've nicknamed this the clown blanket. just because of the bright colors I chose. What can I say? I get a little crazy with that. Now we're going to get to some yarn acquisitions. Come on, folks. You know I can't not have yarn. Yes, I have a problem. Too much yarn. I got a couple of these. Joann's had their value packs, and I really like these. This is 4 different skeins of this color. It's a real pretty blue with some browns and like a taupe. And then, of course, got another one. Crinkle, crinkle. All this crinkling. And this one looks like it's a bulky weight. And I believe there are 3 skeins in here. Just thought those were real pretty. I have a collapse going on. I had purchased some more of that Magic Moon yarn. And of course, I kind of went around looking to see what would be the best price. And at the time it was on Walmart.com, so I ordered it. Of course, when you purchase it on Walmart.com, you have to order a pack of 3. And it comes directly from Lion Brand. So I did get 3 more skeins of the Moon Magic. I do plan on doing a shawl for me in that. And then another shawl for prayer shawl. Then I had a $10 gift rewards with AC Moore. You know, it was about to run out, so I kind of had to use it, right? Can't just let $10 go by. So I got a Studio Samples mill ends. This is real pretty red, and it's got some little flakes of different colors, like a blue, white, pink. And I think that's about it in this, but it's a real pretty color. And then, of course, they had some of their items on sale. Which they were 3 for $10 this past weekend. And Sunday is our, we eat Chinese this weekend, so Mother's Day. Wanted to go to AC Moore and used up those $10. This is DK Colors. It's every day, and it's supposed to be anti-pilling by Premier. And this is in the color Teacup. Got 2 of those. And there's about, I want to say close to 300 yards. Yeah, 383 yards in this. So it's a pretty good size skein. And of course, then I found another color I absolutely love. Reminds me of spring. Beautiful. And this one is called Rose Garden. Love that. Beautiful. And I went to Walmart. I watched another podcast, and I believe it was Ross, Smells Great Guy, Smells Like Yarn, had made a comment about Lion Brand Mandala is being discontinued. I don't know if that's absolutely true, because this morning I got an ad from Lion Brand talking about new colors of Mandala Baby. So I don't know. But while I was at Walmart, I found 2 skeins of the Spirit color. And I really like that color. And I thought I would show you something that I do with my balls. I like to pull from the center on these cakes. So I take a knee-high pantyhose, cut it in half, and slip my cake down into it. I don't like how once you get the center pretty much out, the cakes collapse. This holds it in the shape, keeps it in the shape. The only other thing I do is with the other half, the top half of the knee high, tie it in a knot down the bottom twice, and then I'll slip it around the other ball. Ball, hank, cake. I pretty much interchange all those names. Like I said, it holds it in its shape while you're knitting and crocheting. I received something in the mail today, and it basically is, well, first I'm going to show you the pattern I want to use the spirit with. This is a paid for pattern. Let me get it out. And I thought I would do this pattern. It's a crochet pattern. It's called Hesperidae. Hesperides. It's Greek mythology. I'm not very good at Greek names. What can I say? I was going to use that for the spirit. Now, what I was... See? I know you can hear that. It's an awful noise to have to listen to all afternoon, all day. I was the winner of my Pugaful Life's 50 subscriber. And I got my yarn yesterday. She sent a couple of tea bags. One is cinnamon something. Sweet cinnamon spice. And the other one is cocoa mint mate. And then, of course, she had made a cute little seahorse stitch marker to go with that. And here's the yarn. It's a worsted weight, superwash wool. And this is the yarn that she hand dyed. And I think I've chosen the pattern. I'm not sure. There's about 200 yards here, or 200 meters. And I think I determined that I can probably do the Vikander shawl, which is a free shawl on Ravelry. I do have another close to skein in this colorway here. It's a tonal that I had gotten in worsted weight of knit picks, and I think I can use that for if I run out, you know, like do a fancy little stitch on the base of it, the base of the shawl. It's basically a shawlette, so I think there's plenty of yarn to do that. And I'm going to be caught doing yarn chicken to see. What can I say? This is a short podcast today. We are for my mother-in-law's birthday is coming up this next week, so we're going to North Carolina. I'm hoping to catch a visit with my son. He's in Raleigh at Gabriel Ryder Salon. So if you need your hair done, I would suggest you go to Gabriel Ryder Salon. Get your hair done. Look for Charles. That's it, folks. I have nothing else. I will catch you when we get back. I am planning on taking that shawl. I am taking the spirit yarn with me to work on the crochet shawl. And then I am also going to take my February Lady sweater and work on it while we're down there. I do want to apologize for my rant about the bingo. Every once in a while I have to get it out. You know, some people are ungrateful for things that you do. So it's just get it out. That's kind of the way I do. I get it out, get it over with, then it's done and finished, for the most part. So I want to thank all my viewers for coming back and for the new subscribers. We're getting close to 250, and I do plan on having another giveaway. I have started shopping for that yarn and for some other items to go in that. I have another bag that I'm making for that, and that's it. We'll see you again next week. Bye.